Right then, welcome back to the channel. I've not done my hair. I've literally just got out of the shower. Yes, we are rocking. If you can guess who is on the back of it, let me know. It's a short sleeve in case anyone gets thrown by that. But anyway, Mazraoui. Yesterday I did a video talking about how Mazraoui to West Ham makes sense. Looks like Wan-Bissaka might be now going to Inter Milan. United could be getting Dumfries. Pow! Slapping the kisser. Mazraoui to United. Advanced talks. Out of nowhere, man. Plenty goals saying Mazraoui to West Ham has collapsed. They couldn't agree on the agent side. United are now pushing to sign Mazraoui, and United are in advanced talks. Santi J and Hanif Burkane, who I don't actually know who Hanif Burkane is, but saying Mazraoui is waiting for United. He's not excited by the West Ham project. Juventus are also in the race. Very much a Juventus signing that, I think, actually. They're talking about Romano and Chef from Sky Sports are saying that Wan-Bissaka future is going to be key to whatever happens for any signing that comes to United. So the merry-go-round that was on the cards a little bit yesterday in terms of like Wan-Bissaka going to Inter and Dumfries coming back the other way, maybe something like that actually has to happen before we're going to see United bringing in a right back. Now, not necessarily bringing in Denzel Dumfries, but I think that there has to be some sort of clarity on what's going on. Basically, is Wan-Bissaka going, and is he going for a fee? Because that's probably what's going to pay for whatever we bring in, I think. I could be wrong on that, but that's how that's my reading of how this situation's gonna play up. Now, Mazraoui, interesting because, I mean, we spoke about this the other day, didn't we? Like, he is more in the, he's more in the offensive kind of role as a fullback, but he is a ball-playing fullback. So we spoke about Dumfries last night, or this morning, I guess it would have been for you guys, talking about how he's not someone that's going to get on and play make. Well, Mazraoui is someone that's going to get on the ball and play make a little bit. Good on the ball, creates chances. The only drawback, and it is a significant drawback with Mazraoui, is his injury record. Now, if you look at his injury record, last season we had 5 different injuries. We had a muscular problem which kept him out for 8 days, missed 2 games. He was ill and he missed a single game. He had a torn muscle bundle which kept him out for 6 weeks. He missed 10 games during that time. And then fitness issue, which he missed a single game for. And then a torn muscle fibre back in February and March, which kept him out for 5 games, giving him a total of 19 games missed last season. That's on top of the 12 he missed the season before, 11 he missed the season before that, 31 he missed the season before that, and 16 he's missed the season before that. So this isn't a guy that's shown he can play 50 games a season. Now, he might not be required to play 50 games a season. If United are very much in the lifting the floor of the side, that might be fine. But I think people are perfectly entitled to criticise or question the signing of someone with this level of injury record. No, I think with De Ligt it's valid. I think with Mazraoui it's valid. I think United needs to be signing less injury-prone players. When you look at what happened to us last season, I like both De Ligt and Mazraoui, and my sort of gut instinct is, yeah, I would like both of them at United. And then you're fully entitled to say, okay, well, I get to say I told you so when they get injured, and you do. You absolutely do, right? And I got no comeback for that. I'm just thinking good players, injuries aren't necessarily going to persist throughout a player's career. Robin Van Persie was an injury-prone player. He got to Manchester United, and at the time, Manchester United clearly had a medical team that was capable of actually managing an injury and understanding that player. He also joined when we had Danny Welbeck, Chicharito, although Chicharito may have gone out on loan that season, I think, Wayne Rooney, and more. Berbatov, I think, got sold as Van Persie came in, or somewhat along those lines. So United had options up front. So it wasn't like Van Persie was required to play every single game. Now, he actually played 38 Premier League games. I think he came off the bench for Everton for his debut on the Monday night, and then I think he started the remaining 37 games. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure he played. I'm going to Google it. I'm going to Google it while we're here because I want to know now. Because it's been something that's been in my head, whether it's true or not. I will find out, but I'm pretty sure he played 38 games, which he hadn't done prior to that. So Ruud van Nistelrooy, 2014 season, Manchester United, 38 Premier League games, 26 goals. You see Ethan doing a sound check down there. we're filming down there in a second. So he played 38 games for United in the 12-13 season. Then David Moyes came in and he said, Joe, what, your individual programme that you're doing, where you're not required to train with the rest of the side, which is how Fergie managed him, you ain't doing that no more. Do you know how many games he played the next season for us? 21. And then 27 the following season. So you can manage players with injuries, because you know what he'd played prior to that? He played 38 times once for Arsenal, which was the season after before we signed him. So him in the Premier League, or prior to that, at Arsenal, 26 games, 24 games, 22 games, 15 games, 28, 16, 25, and then he got 38 games in the 11-12 season before we signed him, and then he played 38 games again for us. You can manage injured players, but you have to do it with a level of intelligence. And we did that under Fergie for Robin van Persie, and then we didn't do that for Robin van Persie under David Moyes, which probably accelerated Robin van Persie leaving. There's Joe in his pyjamas. So, you know, it's a valid concern when you look at how bad last season was for us. And you'd also be going, okay, so we managed the injury of Robin van Persie. We didn't manage the injury of Phil Jones very well. We didn't manage the injuries of Louis Saha very well. We just had players that were injury prone. And again, you're absolutely valid in terms of that. I think you are completely and utterly valid in terms of having that sort of opinion on them. I just think they're good footballers, him and De Ligt. Now, again, you're going, okay, you tell me a player that you get out of Bayern Munich that does well, and you go, I haven't really got an answer for you. And I think these are valid concerns. They're absolutely valid concerns. But if you can get them on the cheap, I think they're worth the risk. I think there's economic value in bringing in players if you know what you're signing. If you know you're signing an injury-prone player and you've done your research into the injury and you go, actually think he's not going to be required to play 55 games here, and when he's available, are we going to get him for 30, 35 games? He'll do us a good job. He'll do us a good job. So I think you have to go into it with your eyes open, know what you're signing, understand what you're signing, and prepare for what you're signing, and not ask them to do something they're not capable of doing, and also not push them beyond a level that they're capable of being pushed beyond. We spoke about it on, I think it was on XG Files a few weeks ago, where there was a sports scientist that had gone into a club somewhere, and I think he'd gone into Bristol. I was watching a video on it, and he ended up getting sacked because he lifted the level of training, and they had like an unprecedented number of muscle injuries, and it's because they absolutely went turbo in terms of the strength and conditioning stuff that they were doing. So maybe we saw an uplift in the injuries that United got last season because we tried to put them on a regime to have them ready to play at the level of intensity that we want in coming seasons. And maybe that's why we're looking at so many squad players. But yeah, let's check it out. Let's see, and yeah, that's that, innit? Listen, if you would like to watch Paddock FC tomorrow, I'm not there. I'm banned. I'm obviously also in LA, but we're putting all of our games on Twitch. So if you want to pre-game with that before the United and Arsenal game comes on, or I mean the United and Arsenal game's on at midnight in it, so it's a hell of a pre-game. But if you want to check it out, then just search Stretford Paddock FC on Twitch. Obviously the fan channel is on Twitch, but the football club is on Twitch as well. We've got commentary, the full 90 minutes, live and direct. So if you want to see, it's the first game of the season for us tomorrow. Why we're starting this early in July, I don't know, but it is what it is. Go and cheer on the Paddock and give us your thoughts on how you think the game's going to go, because we're going to be on Twitch for the entire season. So go check it out. Cheers for tuning in. Give us your thoughts on Mazraoui and the injuries as well. And I'm going to be going live over there in a second. So once you finish watching this, go watch me over there. See you in a bit.